Shalom. Before I begin this video, first and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Ruach HaKodesh, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that continually rule very well to this very day. That's continually feeding the flock through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, and also Shalom to the hopeful elect that is also planning his work, giving diligence to make your calling and election sure, in faith, true and sincerity, and also in all charity. Now, the topic of this video is going to be entitled "To Every Man's Several Ability." All right, and that's pursuing unto each man's work pertaining unto this truth. You got different brothers in different positions, and the Lord put them there for different reasons. Because this is known as the body of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. You got certain body parts that are the hands. You got certain body parts are the legs, the feet, the toes. The fingers. You got the eyes. You got the ears. So you got this body that's working and that's functioning in one unit. So different brothers are in different positions for so that this body can function in one unit. All right. But what you see here at Great Millstone is that the brothers here are on fire, man. That's why lessons are consistently coming out left and right. That's why edification is on an all-time high. It's because Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, who is at the head of the body, is functioning or making the other body parts function. All right? Because you can't really do anything without the head. If the brain is not functioning, there's no point in the other body parts to be moving. Okay? So as Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai starts to, or should I say this time gets closer and closer to the return of our Lord, he's going to start to, or he's going to make the body do certain things for his agenda. All right? In other words, he's going to amplify this body to where you'll know that we're operating under the spirit of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. It's going to be made evident in that day that we're the men of the Lord, that we're the men of the true God of the Bible, who these people here call God and Jesus, in which the true name is Yahweh, which is the name of the Heavenly Father, and His Son's name Yahweh Shai. All right, but according to every man's several ability, that's where they've been appointed. Some brothers are not able to put out as many videos as other brothers. Because right now the order that's here is 3 videos a week. It's really that's the bare minimum. And we've been pushing for brothers to do more. But that's, once again, you have to be circumspect when it comes to that. Because some brothers are, they're probably able to just do 1 video a day. And they won't put out as many videos as other brothers, but they're still putting out edification, man, all in all. Because really, man, we're looking for quality, not quantity. All right, because when it comes to this truth, whenever we bring out these scriptures and more edification, it's more about bringing out the quality of the edification, because that's the purpose of putting out these videos in the first place. It's not, for any man to look at themselves above others, because, I put up more videos than this guy does, and, I should be this and that. I should be, no, it doesn't work that way, man. All right? It comes down to whom Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai is dealing with and who he's not. All right? Now, when it comes to the videos and the quality of the videos, and when it comes to edification, look, man, as long as that man's doing the work, really you can't really say anything, man. Because you might have one brother that's putting out as much videos, but you might have another brother that's not putting out that much, and the quality of his videos is spot on. The edification is coming out. He's bringing out precept upon precept. Bringing out the just breaking it down beautifully, man. All right. So if you're really, if you're doing this, if you're doing this work, and you have a passion for it, and you're on fire, which is hence the reason why I got this image in front of me, especially concerning brothers being on fire. If you got a brother's on fire, he's gonna put out an edifying video, man. All right, no matter what the subject is. All right. So all this is in the furtherance of Yahweh Bashmi Shah, because and going back to the analogy of the body, right? You got certain body parts that can't do the same thing as other body parts. The hands can't function as the feet, The toes can't function as the fingers. All right. But different body parts work in conjunction with each other, man. All right. Now I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the precepts. Now, I had a few of them here, and I looked at that word ability, right? That's what I wanted to build the topic off of. That word ability, right? And actually, I'm gonna get in the blue letter here in just a second. But the first precept I want to get concerning that, right, is the book of Matthew, the 25th chapter, and the 15th verse. And actually, I'm gonna start at the 14th verse. It says, "For the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country, who called his own servants and delivered unto them his goods. And unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1, and to every man according to his several ability," right? And straightway took his journey, right? So he gave every man talents according to his several ability, right? Now I'm gonna get that word in a little bit, but I want to read on. It says, "Then he that I received the 5 talents went and traded with the same, and made them other 5 talents." Right, and that's what it's also about when it comes to this truth. It's more to just having a talent and and not being wise with it. You have to be wise with your talents. You have to know how to work that talent to the best of your ability, and know what your strength and what your weaknesses are, to the point to where you can bring in a multitude. All right, bring in the fruits of your labor. All right. So like it says right here, right? It says verse 16, it says, "Then he that had received the 5 talents went and traded with the same, and made them other 5 talents." Right, so he took advantage of those talents that he had. He expounded on it and grew, and he brought in 5 more talents. All right, verse 17, it says, "And likewise he that had received 2, he also gained other 2. See? And now this one, verse 8, it says, "But he that had received 1 went and digged it in the earth and hid his Lord's money." See, in other words, they took the truth and they hid it. They kept it for themselves and didn't do anything with it, thinking that the Most High is just going to honor that man just for knowing the truth, just for knowing that he's a Hebrew Israelite. And that goes out to these guys too, the guys that call themselves Hebrew Israelites, but yet they don't do anything, right? They just took the knowledge and ran with it. Guess what, man? The Lord is gonna find these individuals. He's gonna deal with them, man. All right. It's more than just knowing that you're a Hebrew Israelite. If you know you're a Hebrew Israelite, then there's a certain amount of stipulations that come to having that knowledge. Now you have a duty to yourself that the Lord has appointed to you since you woke up to your true nationality. Now you have a duty to the rest of your brethren. All right. Now the task is on you to whether what you're going to do with that talent that the Lord gave you. Some guys have taken that talent and hid it, man. Because you got guys that actually understand this truth, but yet they're not doing anything with it, man. All right? And if you keep reading on, it's going to tell you what happened to that person that took that talent and hid it. All right? Now, verse 19, it says, and after a long time, the Lord of those servants cometh and reckoneth with them. All right? And so he that had received 5 talents came and brought other 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained beside them 5 talents more. His Lord said unto him, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Right? And that's what the ultimate goal is, man, for the Lord. Just imagine, man, if you went and did the work and you endured to the very end and you brought in fruit, guess what, man? The Lord's going to honor that and say, look, man, good job, man. You did a good work, man. You did what I told you to do. All right? And I'm going to honor you for that. All right? And that's beautiful, man, having the Lord tell you that face to face. All right? So it says, the Lord said unto him, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. Right, man? That's another thing. All right? He says he's been faithful over a few things, man. Because guess what? We don't have all I want to say all the knowledge that Yahweh Shemiel Shai has. All right? We haven't, gone around and said, and, we know more than the Most High, or, this and that, or bigged ourselves up like that. So we've been faithful in a few things, man. All right? Because we've been shown so much already that can confound someone that's so-called wise in this world. But what we know is limited. All right? Because Yahweh Shemiel Shai knows a whole lot more than we do, to the point to where if we were to figure that out, then that'll bug us out, man. There's no telling, man. We might disintegrate, man. But reading on, it says, I will make thee ruler over many things. See? Because this is light work compared to what Yahweh Shai was doing back in the ancient world, man. Okay? That says, enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. Verse 22, he said, ye also that have received 2 talents came and said, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 2 talents. Behold, I have gained 2 other talents beside them. His Lord said unto him, well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. Verse 24. It says, then he which had received the 1 talent, right, came and said, Lord, I knew thee that thou art an hard man, right? And the Lord is austere. He's strict. All right. Now, Yahweh Shai has always been known as an austere man. All right. He's not some pushover that these so-called Christians picture him to be. All right. But no, he is an austere man. He would consider a so-called black man today, a so-called Negro, and he would be considered today as a so-called Negro that's strict. All right. Now it says, reaping where thou hast sown, where hast not sown, and gathering where thou hast not strawed. It says, and I was afraid and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Right, because you got certain guys that are scared to come out in the highways and byways and show their faces, man. All right, so they hide their talent in a napkin and they just keep it to themselves and don't promote this truth, and they don't promote the wisdom, knowledge, understanding of Yahweh Shemiel Shai. They keep it to themselves and just go about their daily lives. All right. Now it says, reading on, it says, lo, there thou hast that is thine. Verse 26, his Lord answered and said unto him, thou wicked and slothful servant. Right, and that lets you know that he was supposed to go out and do the work, but he didn't go out and do the work. So the Lord deemed him as a wicked and slothful servant. All right. It says, thou knewest that I reap where I sowed not, and gathered where I have not strawed. Thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to the exchangers, and then at my coming I should have received mine own with usury, right? And that's going into a deeper topic. That's really going to us putting up the videos, because that's usury, man. You can leave these videos up on the airways, and it can be 2 years, 3 years, 5 years old, but still somebody can run across it 5 years later, and guess what? That's bringing in more money. That's bringing in more profit to Yahweh Shem Shai. All right. Verse 28 says, take therefore the talent from him and give it unto him which hath 10 talents. Verse 29 says, for unto everyone that hath shall be given, right? The gifts that we've been given, the gifts of this knowledge, the talents, and what we were given according to our several ability. Like I read earlier, it says, and he shall have abundance, but from him that hath not shall be taken away even that which he hath. All right. So guess what? That knowledge that could have been used is going to be taken away from him. Is going to be given to somebody else who can profit off of it, who can make that profit, and who can expound upon that talent. All right. See, this is a dangerous game, man. All right. Now I wanted to get that word ability right. I didn't forget. So that's the word ability, right? I'm gonna get it in the Greek. Bear with me for 1 second, Akim. Right, so that word ability there is in the Greek is dynamis, right? Which reminds me of the word dynamic. It means strength, power, ability, inherent power, right? So the Lord has given us the spiritual power, in which we do have spiritual power to this day, man. Because really, when you break down these scriptures, that's a form of spiritual power. Every time you see brothers putting up videos and breaking down the scriptures, that's a form of spiritual power. All right, in the lowest form possible, until the Lord amplifies that power, and we'll be able to do more works than break it down the scriptures. Okay, it says inherent power. Oh, and by the way, it says inherent power. All right, in other words, that's a power that's inherent. That's something that's given down by way of what? A bloodline. And what's that bloodline? The bloodline of Jacob. All right. Power residing in a thing by virtue of its nature, right? Virtue goes into our pureness. All right. Or which a person or thing exerts and puts forth. Right. It says power for performing miracles, right? And that's in us coming back into our nationality, into this truth, and to understand the Bible. That's a miracle. All right. It says more power and excellence of soul, the power and influence which belong to riches and wealth. Right. Power and resources arising from numbers. Power consisting in or resting upon armies, forces, hosts. All right. And read some more. It says literally or figuratively, it means force, miraculous power, ability, abundance, might, miracles, power, strength, mighty works. All right. And that's it on that word ability, right? Now I want to go bring up some more precepts here. Now it's the book of 1 Peter, the 4th chapter, and start at the 11th verse. It says, if any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of the Most High. Right, which the oracles is another way of saying the commandments of the Most High. All right, so if any man speak, let him speak as the commandments of the Most High. All right, and that's what we're speaking, man. All right, because this book is a moral code. This book is the book of the law, like pursuing the book of Baruch. I believe it's the 4th chapter, And then you have the book of Joshua, the first chapter and the 8th verse says, "This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth." All right. It says, if any man minister, right? That word minister means serve. Let him do it as of the ability which the Most High giveth. Right. So it's the ability that the Most High giveth. All right. We didn't give ourselves this ability. We didn't give ourselves this gift. All right. The Most High is the one that distributed this gift out to the prophets according to their ability, according to whatever they're able to handle. All right. We know it says that the Most High in all things may be glorified through Yahushua HaMashiach, to whom be praise and dominion forever and ever, Tawab or Amun. All right. Now, going from there, actually, I want to grab a precept while I'm at it. All right. This is a book of Isaiah, the 34th chapter, and the 17th verse. It says, "And he hath cast a lot for them, and his hand hath divided unto them by line. They shall possess it forever, from generation to generation shall they dwell therein." Right, and it's what it means by casting a lot and dividing it unto them by lines, talking about this prophecy. All right, this prophecy was divided unto us by line, and each man has their own portion. All right, each man has their own part of the prophecy that's put into this tabernacle, into this house, which is the house of David, which completes the puzzle. All right, that's why every member of this body is important, because each member of this body is a part of the hopeful elect. All right, you got to remember that. All right, that's why brothers have been adamant about how you treat other brothers. All right, because you don't know who that man is. It could be a part of the elect, and that's one of Yahushua's beloved right there. All right. Now, I want to get the book of it's in the book of Sirach. The book of Sirach. Let's see, Slakia. Thought I had it. Right, it says verse 11, this is Sirach, the 14th chapter, and the 11th verse says, "My son, according to thy ability, do good to thyself and give the Lord his due offering." Right, so this particular precept right here is, basically ties right into where it says and not abusing just using the world but not abusing it. All right, because this life we live in right now is only but for a moment. All right. So therefore, we have to pretty much get ourselves together in this time that we have right now in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And we are to use this world, but we're not supposed to abuse it. In other words, we use it to our advantage, but at the same time, we don't abuse it. So that's why in the same breath it says, "And give the Lord his due offering." And his due offering is what? Ourselves. Okay, because in the scripture it tell you that we are to present our bodies as a living sacrifice. All right. Now verse 12 says, "Remember that death will not be long in coming, and that the covenant of the grave is not showed unto thee. Do good unto thy friend before thou die, and according to thy ability stretch out thy hand and give to him." Right, and this is not talking about only just money, but it's also talking about this word. All right, where it says, "Do good unto thy friend before thou die." I mean, in other words, do good, do this work, and we really, when you go into that word "friend," it means brother. All right, so if you want to read it in the right way, you want to say, "Do good unto thy brother before thou die, and according to thy ability, stretch out thy hand and give to him." So, according to your ability, stretch out and give to him, man. In other words, dish out this word, man, according to your ability. All right, that's how you stretch out your hand and give to him. Okay, but that's pretty much it on this video, on this lesson. And our Lord's will is edifying to the body of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, the members of the Hopeful Elect. Until next time, once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Bahashem Racha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that continually rule very well to this very day. Shalom